When you use a word every day, multiple times, something happens in your brain. Its meaning will either diminish or strengthen. Here at Warren, the most used word by students is the word teacher. While inversely, teachers and staff most used word is student. With all this being true, 3 questions come to mind. What is a student? What is a teacher? And most importantly, are the words strong or weak in our brains, especially after being thrown out of normalcy for the last year? A dictionary might define a student as someone who learns, but it is so much more than that. A student is one who looks at their future and plans accordingly. A student is someone who knows they do not know everything, but doesn't let that internal conversation in there. A student is one who takes action at every opportunity to prove their internal and external growth, celebrating a milestone every step of the way with those that support them. Students are hungry and thirsty for understanding and experience, fulfilling those desires both inside and outside of the classroom. Students work together with themselves and their teachers in order to achieve excellence, both academically and in totality. Students cannot plan for everything, and no one could perfectly plan for this last year, but we're still here as students. You might have noticed that I said we. That's because all of those beliefs that make a student makes all of us, including your teachers and staff, students as well. 2020 forced our hand. We had to adapt and find the motivation to keep going every day, unaware of when we could be back together in the classroom. Distance learning has given so many of us the opportunity to learn even more in different ways at every instance. But one thing hasn't changed: the desire of students to succeed and the desire of teachers to get them there. You spent about 483,000 minutes in elementary school. Then you spent about 260,000 minutes in middle school. Then you spent about 306,000 minutes in high school, factoring in the quarantine. That's over 1 million collective minutes sitting in the classroom learning, and easily a majority of your conscious life, ignoring sleep. My point with all of this is that you have spent this much time getting to the next step, and we still want you to get there. I didn't even factor in practice, games, pep rallies, school events, which would make it closer to 2 million minutes of your life centered around school. Assuming you're 18 years old, that's 1/5 of your overall existence. This time I did factor in sleep. Although it's different now, distance learning will be a memory that's inconsequential in the long run. You have so much more of your life to live, so many successes to bask in, so many failures to learn from. When we say do not tap out, we are really saying let's finish this. Teachers are still pushing you, but not because we don't care about what you're going through right now. We are still pushing you because we know what comes after this and how much better you will be when all of this is over. Take the time. Don't waste it, warriors. Let's finish strong, not for the present, but for the future. So from the rooftops of our humble school, we shout to you, our fellow warriors, that this fight is not over.
The future belongs to me. Oh, the future belongs to me. And it's gonna be a beautiful thing. Will you be someone they reference with wise words to quote? A paragraph, a page, a chapter, more than a footnote. As simple as the questions asked, the answer I propose is to look beyond the days gone past, to see tomorrow knows that the future